Having time and money problems, or any problem for that matter, is a benefit. It's an enormous benefit. And unless you start looking at it as a benefit, then you're probably going to have the same time and money problems or other problems, whatever yours happen to be, for the rest of your life. Let me tell you what I mean by that. And I'm going to give you a couple of stories, true stories, just to give you the proof. The proof is in the pudding. So just listen for a few minutes. As I talk about this, maybe I'll say something that will unlock something powerful in your brain that will lead you to your next breakthrough, so that you can start having more of the things that you want with time and money and freedom and creating experiences and whatever you want to do, and give more and whatever it is that you want to do. So I'll start with my story. If I wasn't jobless, incomeless, no time, financial dire strait, almost homeless, if I wasn't having those kinds of time and money problems, there is no way I would have figured it out and gotten to where I am today. There's no way I would have used the facts of my scenario as a point of leverage to get the skills that I need, some equipping, some emotional maturity, and a bunch of other things that I needed to solve those problems and inspire other people in the process as they saw me overcoming stuff. See what I mean? There's no way. In the beginning, when I had those problems, I was making the statements. I'm broke. I can't afford fill in the blank. I don't have time for fill in the blank. It's not my fault. My boss sold my job for cheap labor to, some Indian company. It's not my fault. The economy is bad. The dollar is falling. The cost of everything is going up. These are the facts. These are the facts. I said all those things. I had all those things going on. I was emotionally immature. My blood pressure would, go up or down depending on the acceptance of whoever I wanted the acceptance from. And, all these things that all of us feel from time to time, I had them all. But then I had my own breakthrough. I had a breakthrough, we'll just call it freedom of the mind, where I started replacing all those statements I was making and all those excuses, the blame game. I was telling it how it was, keeping it how it was. All these things that all of us do. I swapped out all of that nonsensical, lazy garbage for questions. Asking okay, what do I need to do differently? What can I do to have my big breakthrough, to figure this stuff out? What books do I need to read? What opportunity do I need to get involved with? What kind of emotional maturity do I need? I needed a lot of that. Spiritual equipping, all those things. What teachers do I need? Mentors, all of that. And that led me down this path to finding answers and solving these problems and inspiring a bunch of people. I went from a poor, lazy mindset where I was making excuses, playing the blame game, just telling it how it is, keeping it how it is. That is a poor, lazy mindset, because when you're saying those things, you no longer have to think, and you're not searching for answers, therefore you won't find them. I went from that to a rich and creative mindset where I was actually searching for answers, making mistakes, correcting and recorrection until I figured it out. Here's another story to back up what I'm talking about. See if this one relates to you. My friend Lindsay Matway. Lindsay, oh my God. $500,000 in debt to begin with. And most tragically, she gave birth to a premature little girl who had all kinds of health problems. They weren't even sure if she was going to survive. A house that was falling apart. They owed more on the house than it was worth, her husband and her. She was a cocktail waitress, just making scraps. That was her only source of income. $500,000 in debt, and a premature baby they didn't even know was going to live. I mean, wow, your heart really goes out to that. But you know what? If it wasn't for that set of circumstances, there's no way she would have figured it out and come up with solutions to those massive problems, and then taught other people, showed other people how to solve time and money problems. And she's inspired a lot of people. She's also, she makes tens of thousands of dollars a week now from a cocktail waitress, which isn't much. She went on this search. She opened up to a rich and creative mindset, found some solutions, some answers, some opportunity that she acted on, and feverishly went after it. And it only took her 3 years from going from $0 a week to $23,000 a week, and much more since then, to be honest. Her baby girl has everything she needs now. She's healthy, she's alive, she's happy. They're doing beautifully. It's just such a great story. And then to go back to my story, well, actually, let's stay with hers for a second. She's since then opened up a nonprofit that helps troubled youth. How cool is that? She gives away $100,000 a year to charity now. How cool is that? She can give more. She's taking care of her family. She can give more now. She's got all that access. She can give more now. She's not greedy. And as for me, what do I do with my access? Well, I started a rental property business that targets mostly lower to middle income families, and in a way to where they can afford this beautiful, excellent, clean, quality place to live, to raise their kids in, and also to do this without struggling to pay bills, without wondering how they're going to put food on the table. I'm able to do that. And I don't take any money from that business. I've never taken out distributions. I roll it back into itself so that more people can get more help more quickly. And I'm also covered, 100% as well. So those are two stories. Time and money, huge problems, as well as other problems. And if it wasn't for those problems, there's no way we could have figured it out. There's no way we could have gotten the skills that we needed, the different kind of maturities that we needed. There's no way. But I do come from that place of making the statements just like you do, making the excuses just like you do, telling the facts of the scenario, telling it how it is just like you do. I come from that place, and so does Lindsay. We all do. Some of us draw a line in the sand and we stop doing those things. And we open up our brain into a rich and creative mindset, because only then are you ever going to find solutions to those problems that you're in. So you need to start looking at all your problems, not just time and money, but all of them, as opportunity to get skills that you need, some emotional maturity, and that boat's loud. I don't know if you can hear the boat, but to get whatever you need. Every problem in your life is an opportunity for you to use that as leverage to get whatever you need to get what you want. And if you look at the problems in your life as just problems that are getting in your way, then you don't know the truth about your problems, and therefore you remain bound and shackled in your problems. So don't do that anymore. Decide today you're going to draw a line in the sand and just don't do that anymore. Hope that makes sense. If you got value from this, I got a website. Of course I do. Fireyourboss.xyz. Not .com. .xyz really does exist. I'll prove it to you. Just go there. A big, beautiful website will load. You'll see my picture. You'll see some beautiful content, thousands of pieces of content, all to do with health, healing, happiness, freedom, philanthropy, giving, wealth creation of all kind. If you dig that sort of stuff, go there. If you dig the message in this video, you're probably going to like a lot of stuff that I have out there. Thousands of pieces of content, so much more coming. I update it regularly. And share this if you feel this is worthy of sharing. If you know somebody who'd like this, click the share button, especially in a world that's so dominated by just nonsensical, negative garbage without any care or aim or thought for a positive solution to anything. How about messages like this get out there with the aim of a positive solution? If you agree, feel free to share this. And visit my website, fireyourboss.xyz. And if you are interested, Lindsay and I, we took advantage of the same opportunity. It's a business opportunity. That's right. And if you don't hold any negative energy toward it, or if you do and you're willing to draw a line in the sand and let that be part of the things that you draw a line in the sand against, and you're open to learning about something that could possibly change the course of the rest of your life, a business is something to leverage to solve money and time problems. And if you just want to solve money and time problems, but you have nothing to leverage to solve those problems with, I don't know how you're going to do it, to be honest with you. So if you'd like to take a look at what we're doing, just let me know. Privately connect with me, and I'll send you a video that I made with information all about it. And if you decide it's something you want to do, we can do it. And if you decide it's something that you don't want to do, that's fine too. Just be on the search looking for something that is right for you. And because you got to have something to leverage to solve those problems. Otherwise, I don't know how you're going to do it. Okay? So I'll hear from quite a few of you real soon, because I always do. And I think that's pretty awesome. Half the reason I make these videos is the mystery of not knowing who I'm going to connect with. And that's really exciting for me to, the whole mystery involved, like who I'm going to connect with and what's going to happen and the friendships that are forged and the inspiration that happens and the results that's created and just, a bunch of beautiful, organic awesomeness happens. So that's half the reason I make these videos, is the mystery of who I'm going to connect with, knowing that someone's going to be moved, someone's going to be inspired, and that person is in turn going to inspire other people too, and it grows away from us because we no longer make it about ourselves. So a lot of this is also humility and removing thy ego from thyself so that we can grow something wonderful away from ourselves. That's how it works. So I'll hear from quite a few of you soon. I'm going to give you a panoramic shot of this just before I close it out, because it's so beautiful here. wonder if this will get the moon. Kind of. Well, the moon looks a lot better in person. All right. Private message me, and I will send you information about what Lindsay and I are doing. You can see if you want to do it with us. Bye for now. Next video coming soon.